Alright, so in this problem, I have 100 to the power of x is equal to 200. So to solve this, I'm going to first take the log on both sides. So now I have log of 100 to the power of x is equal to log 200. Now, if I have something in the form log a to the power of b, I can move this exponent b to the front. So this is equal to b times log a. So in this case, I have log 100 to the power of x, and I can move x to the front. So now I have x times log 100 is equal to log 200. Now I'm going to divide both sides by log 100. So then these two cancel out, and now I have x is equal to log 200 over log 100. Now log 200, this is the same thing as log of 100 times 2. And I have this over log 100. So now if I have something in the form log of a times b, this is equal to log a plus log b. So log 100 times 2, that's going to equal log 100 plus log 2. And now I have this over log 100. So now I have log 100 over log 100 plus log 2 over log 100. Now log 100 is simply equal to 2. So I have 2 over 2 plus log 2 over log 100. Which is equal to 1 plus log 2 over 2. Alright, so in this problem, I have x minus 4 to the power of 4 is equal to x to the power of 4. So to solve this, I'm going to first rewrite this as x minus 4 squared to the power of 2 is equal to x squared to the power of 2. Now I'm going to go ahead and subtract x squared to the power of 2 on both sides. So these two cancel out. And now I have x minus 4 squared to the power of 2 minus x squared to the power of 2 is equal to 0. Now, if I have something in the form a squared minus b squared, this is equal to a plus b times a minus b. So in this case, this is going to equal x minus 4 squared plus x squared times x minus 4 squared minus x squared. And this is equal to 0. So now this gives me two equations. I have x minus 4 squared plus x squared is equal to 0. And now I have x minus 4 squared minus x squared is equal to 0. So now to simplify this, I'm going to go ahead and expand this. So x minus 4 squared, that's equal to x squared minus 8x plus 16. So I have this plus x squared is equal to 0. X squared plus x squared is 2x squared. So I have 2x squared minus 8x plus 16 is equal to 0. Now I'm going to factor out 2. So I have 2 times x squared minus 4x plus 4 is equal to 0. So I have x squared minus 4x plus 4 equals 0 if I divide 2 on both sides. Now, I'm going to go ahead and use the quadratic formula, which is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. So in this case, I have 4 plus or minus the square root of negative 4 squared, which is 16, minus 4 times a, which is 1, times c, which is 4, all over 2a, so 2. And this is equal to 4 plus or minus the square root of 16 minus 16 is 0 over 2, which is simply equal to Sorry, it actually looks like I made a mistake. This should not be 4, this should be 8. It should be 8. So now I get x is equal to 4 plus or minus the square root of negative 16 over 2, which is equal to 2 plus or minus 4i. So these are two solutions. And now for this, I have x squared minus 8x plus 16 minus x squared is equal to 0. So then these two cancel out, so now I have negative 8x plus 16 is equal to 0, meaning negative 8x is equal to negative 16, and x is equal to 2. Alright, so in this problem, I have x to the power of 4 minus 625 is equal to 0. So to solve this, I'm going to first start by rewriting x to the power of 4 here as x squared to the power of 2, and rewriting 625 as 25 squared. Now, if I have something in the form a squared minus b squared, this is equal to a plus b times a minus b. So in this case, a is x squared and b is 25. So now I have x squared plus 25 times x squared minus 25 is equal to 0. So this is actually going to give me two equations. My first equation is x squared plus 25 is equal to 0. My second equation is x squared minus 25 is equal to 0. So let's first start with x squared minus 25 is equal to 0. So to solve this, I'm going to first add 25 on both sides. So then these two cancel out, and I have x squared is equal to 25. Now I'm going to take the square root on both sides. Square root of x squared, that's simply equal to x. So I have x is equal to positive or negative 5. So these are two solutions of x. And now for x squared plus 25 equals 0, I'm going to subtract 25 on both sides. So now I have x squared is equal to negative 25. And now I'm going to take the square root on both sides. So I have the square root of x squared is equal to square root of negative 25. And the square root of x squared, this is simply x. The square root of negative 25, well, that's the same thing as the square root of 25 times negative 1. And this is the same thing as the square root of 25 times the square root of negative 1. Now the square root of negative 1 is simply equal to I. So I have the square root of 25 is positive or negative 5i. So these, again, are two solutions. So my four solutions to this problem are, first solution is 5. My second solution is negative 5. My third solution is positive 5i. And finally, my fourth solution is negative 5i. So these are my four solutions to this problem.